This one's for Nick. So at the end of Last Stand of the Wreckers, Springer was in a coma.
Yes.
And then he was in a coma for years.
Yes.
So basically, the first thing you really do in Sins of the Wreckers is bring him back out of the coma.
Get him on stage
Was
as quickly
that
as we
like
can, yeah.
pretty much your decision, or was IDW basically going, "Hey, Springer's a popular character. Let's finally get him out of the coma"?
IDW were really good. If in the back of the Sins of the Wreckers extras, there's a stuff where I talk about spy games, which is a pitch that I had, which is going to be the superpowered Transformers on Earth, like sort of Windcharger and Hubcap and Mirage, all doing kind of like X-Men-y sort of stuff, But they would have been fighting against what would essentially be Mayhem and Tarantulas, kind of an enemy that they couldn't see, that was invisible to them, and like vehicular Transformers that they couldn't see, that they could see, but weren't sort of, appearing as Transformers on their sensors, Springer was originally going to join that group. So this was a pitch back in 2011, the year after Wreckers came out. And Andy Schmidt was in charge, said, yes, sounds good, we're going to find a place for it. And then sort of 6 months later, we want to do more of this and stuff. And then Andy Schmidt went, and John Barber became the editor. And I said, listen, Andy had this kind of pitch in place. He said, we're going to do it. Can we going to do it? I said, look, I don't think it's really going to fit, but I really like it. And I really like the characters you're using. We won't touch any of those characters. And so you don't see Mirage or Windcharger or any of those characters in More Than CI or RID for the longest time, and Springer as well, because they basically, James and John agreed, Nick gets to play with Springer. And so that was kind of the reason why Springer doesn't appear before Sins of the Wreckers, because IDW were waiting for me to figure out what I was going to do next. It was going to be Springer in it,
That was what I was hoping for.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And then you're kind of left, James wrote like a nice sort of thing of like in the back of Last Stand that he's in a coma, and he could wake up at any time, and he literally could wake up at any time now. But he will wake up when it's obviously dramatically the most important time for him to wake up, and that's why it's kind of like I wanted it to be, in some ways I would like Springer on page earlier, but it's kind of nice for him to give him a kind of a big entrance on the last page,
Especially since a few years after Last Stand of Wreckers, he got a toy based off of that design.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. And there's even part of me sort of thinking, do I redesign Springer? And it's like, no, I think people like this design, and everyone has the toy already, and it's kind of like, it just felt good bringing it back. But yeah, it was like everyone knew he was coming back, and I tried to downplay it before in the publicity, so I don't know if Springer comes back, but it's you have to play that game a little bit. So, but yeah, it wasn't anyone's big surprise, but he was obviously always going to come back. But that's my answer.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's my question. Thank
No
you.
worries. Thank you. Cheers. Cup, yeah, essentially it's cup. Yeah.